Hello and welcome to Bourbon Forest Fishing. I'm Ryan. I hope you're doing well. Today we are talking about bourbon prices, specifically bourbon prices in the secondary market. Bourbon prices in the primary markets have gone up a bit because we've been dealing with a lot of inflation, post-COVID, money printing, Bidenomics. So we've seen a lot of consistent 7 to 3 to 5 year inflation rates. So bourbon prices have gone up. A lot of companies like Wild Turkey have jacked up a lot of their prices on their specialty limited release type things. So you're seeing some small rent increases across the board. I think pretty much everyone is raising their prices in the bourbon whiskey world, as far as I can tell. Some more than others. Like I said, especially leaning toward the limited release stuff. Today we're going to talk about the secondary market, and kind of what I'm seeing. Washington State, we are one of the states that was affected by the Sazerac change, switching from RNDC here in Washington State to Columbia. This has caused a very large influx of allocated stuff into Washington State. It's not uncommon to go into a store anymore now and see a Blanton's or two sitting on a shelf, or even to see a Taylor small batch. Very common, especially if you're in kind of the smaller cities. The Seattle, Tacoma, bigger cities, probably not as common because the competition for bourbon is so high. But in the smaller cities, cities with 100,000 or less, you're probably seeing allocated stuff now coming in. And that has a lot to do with RNDC was undoubtedly holding and hoarding allocated products from Buffalo Trace Sazerac in their warehouse. We know this because liquor stores in my area got Pappy Van Winkle's and Warehouse C's and George T. Stagg's and all kinds of stuff flooded these liquor stores once it was announced that RNDC would not be doing delivery for Columbia anymore. There's a much larger stream of product not being hoarded in warehouses or sold to buddies at RNDC or whatever they had going on. Obviously, there's a lawsuit between Buffalo Trace, Sazerac and RNDC, and I don't want to get into the details too much, but Sazerac has definitely suggested or inferred that brazenly accused RNDC of hoarding stuff and allocated things getting lost, probably to employees or favors or what may have you. And absolutely, I know for a fact they have a really solid case because that 100% was happening. Now that Columbia has taken over, I would say an increase of product, not quite doubling, but dang near. I would say 30, 40, 50% increase. What a double is 100%. So I would say anywhere between 50 to 75% increase in allocated products. Blanton's, Stagg Junior, Earl T. Lee, Taylor's, Barrel Proofs, the BTAC. There seems to even be more BTAC and Pappy Van Winkle floating around now since the switch. So Washington State has seen an increase in supply of allocated things, especially Buffalo Trace. I don't know so much about the other allocated products of like Heaven Hill, Coy Hill, da-da-da-da-da. I'm not my expertise isn't so much in that field. But as far as Sazerac products, you're seeing a 30 to 40 to 50% increase in those products in the market. And you're seeing an economy which is slowing way down. You're having bad inflation. And people are not buying bourbon like they used to, and they're not willing to pay what they used to on the secondary market. I've kind of skimmed around some of the prices in the secondary market locally, and it's taken a big hit, right? Secondary markets have come down, I would say an average of 20%, 25%, even 30%. At least, again, with Sazerac Buffalo Trace products. Really consistently. Sometimes maybe even more, as much as 35. I don't know how much further they're going to go down, if they're going to keep going down. I mean, the economy isn't getting any better, obviously. Inflation's not getting any better, so who knows? I don't know if those prices are going to continue. As I said earlier, the other allocated products, the Heaven Hill stuff, the like King of Kentucky, Coy Hill, what else is there? Jack Daniel, Coy Hill, Russell's Reserve stuff. I think that's all has come down a bit to not quite as much as the Sazerac stuff, because the Buffalo Trace stuff, there's so much more of it. But the other allocated products from other distilleries, they have come down. I wouldn't say the 20 to 40%. I would say it'd be more like 20 to 15% on average. So it's interesting. I think it's good for consumers. I think if these secondary prices can come down, some of these bottles will become more in the realm of reasonable, and people can field and try some of these bottles that they haven't got to try or have very limited access to. And I think that's a good thing. I think more people can get their hands on something rare, unique, and beautiful and amazing. I think that's a good thing. Bourbon is meant to be shared. It's meant for people to taste, to try, and to share with friends and family, and I think it's great. What will happen? I don't know. But secondary prices are 100%, at least in Washington State, collapsing. I'm assuming that's probably the case for anywhere Columbia has replaced RNDC. I would suspect that's the case. Secondary prices are coming down substantially, and a lot more allocated products are showing up in the market, like damn near double. Yeah, probably more than double, actually. In some products, I would say double or triple. So, neat trend, good trend. RNDC, Columbia, yeah. Products are finally getting out to consumers, and we like that. So, I'll keep you guys updated on this. Bourbon forage fishing. I hope you like this video. Very informative, very interesting. If the market's secondary change, I'll be on here letting you guys know. So please like, comment down below, and let me know in your area what's going on. What are you guys seeing? Thank you.